Hello my friends. Just a quick video. Got a little success. I don't know, it wasn't going for a long time, but I mean, I got A4000 there on the top, and I'm mining. What's it called? Bitcoin Gold. So it's GPU core intensive, and it's getting really warm. It's actually really warm day to day. It's kind of cloudy outside, but it's actually pretty warm day, and my A4000 is actually managing to stay around, around where all the cars is, around 60s. This card was going to 75, was literally turning the whole rig off, because 75 is the top I'm willing to give, for the core. So it was turning the rig off constantly, on and off, on and off. So I thought I was gonna do something with it, So there's the card now. That is just it's not actually stick very well, because uh, I put a pad in there between the heatsink inside and the plate here. I put a pad, but the pad is a bit too thick, so it's actually bendy, and these ones doesn't stick very well. Actually, they're not properly stuck. But what I did, I put a new pads for memory, and I changed the liquid for the CPU in it, and I cleaned inside, because like half of the fins inside was so much dust, it was actually completely covered, so the airflow wasn't even going properly. So I cleaned that. I changed pads. I changed the shit on the CPU, the paste, and I put another pad between the heatsink inside and the cover plate on the top, and I put some just a small shits, we're actually going for on a memory usually, but I just put them there on the side. I'm not actually sure we're heating up. Yeah, we're actually heating up. They're actually warm. So they might take some heat off, and I put a fan instead of blowing on the other side, just blowing through there to take that air off. And I mean, it's staying at like it's 63. Usually it would be at 75 by now. And it started around 60 and it went to 63 and it stayed there. I mean, it's mining only like, I don't know, maybe for 10 minutes. It's not mining a lot, but what is that? Device has always stopped responding or has been disconnected. Yes, we know. God damn it. So, I don't know, like a little success, I guess. Changing the memory wasn't really a problem on this card, but the pads was bad already. I saw the oil everywhere, so I had to change my pads as well. If somebody, for reference, if somebody wanna change your pads, it's 1mm pads everywhere. I put 1.5. I put 1.5 here between the plate and the heatsink, but it's actually too thick. I actually needed 1mm there as well. So it's like 1mm pads everywhere for the memory and for the thingy bob. And what I did as well, kind of the body. This body is kind of part of a heatsink for the memory, because the body is actually touching the memory. So the memory is touching the thermal pads. On another side, I put some paste as well. So the body is touching the heatsink with the paste, because there's nothing between that heatsink and that body there. So I put a little bit of paste there, so so the heat even from memory transpires a little bit better. And I mean, and it's a daytime. It's like a 3 o'clock, 3 p.m. so it's the hottest like part of the day, you know, usually. And I'm sitting at 63. I'm very very fucking happy because I actually found on the internet you can buy double fan heatsink for this car, but they only this is like some Chinese company or some Japanese company, I'm not sure. They only posted to USA. And I was like, fuck out of here. And I literally cannot buy it. I would just buy the thing, it's like 50 quid or something. You know, so I spent like 30 quid on you know, on pads and on the little heat sinks and everything. So, but I just couldn't buy it. But in this way, I can still keep the car exactly the same like it was, because the other one makes it like really really thick and everything. And I mean, I'm not sure what's the weather today, but I mean it's around fucking 30 degrees. I mean it's like 27 I think was that's the Celsius. I cannot remember. Do I have it? No, I don't have it here. Stuff agenda. I'm not really sure how to check the weather. Uh, 19 degrees actually at the moment. Yeah, Friday is 25. Ah, okay. And yesterday I think it was like fucking 27 or something. So today is a little bit lower actually. I'm on 19. Okay, okay. It's gonna go down afterwards, so that's good. But still literally like the card was out of the rig for a couple of days and until I received all the shit, because the rig literally wasn't going. At night it was okay, but soon as like 12 o'clock comes, that's it. The rig is just on and off non-stop. Even not 12, I mean yesterday and day before, I mean 10 o'clock was so fucking hot already. So it was turning off from 10 o'clock. So I had to do something, and I don't know, it's still at 63. And the memory didn't reach 70 yet. I mean, it's not memory intensive, but still, memory I think was going around like 80 or something. Like 78, 80, something like this. On this algorithm. It's still at 63. And I got 100 on the core. I don't know, I think that's a success. Don't know how long it's gonna hold. It's still a little bit warm because on these settings they're usually getting over 40 souls on all the cards. So I think they still trying to keep themselves cool. Now drop to 62. Okay. Okay. And this little rig is actually pumping a little bit of fucking Bitcoin for me. Estimated, it only shows 145. We're actually running 240. So this rig is probably it was pumping without this card, without the card, $2 a day. So now with this card, there's another 60 on the top of about 30. Yeah, I'm not gonna be making free, but what happened here? Well, it's gonna be somewhere around $3. Not, depends on the day as well, because the difficulty is changing a lot. It goes up and down like a lot, like, you know, hourly. So sometimes it shows over 2 quid, sometimes it shows under, but it shows the wrong thing about doing it. I got 240. So that's another 30% or something, I think. 30% from 2 pounds, about 70. Yeah, close to $3. Not very good, but what can we do? What can we do? I might try mining Ethereum with that card again, because it was too hot to mine it. But yeah, I think that is pretty good. I think that is pretty good. We're actually managing to keep it around 60 degrees. That is very, very good, because it was going over 70 like straight away. Especially when I had 100 on a core. That card is actually managing over 100 souls if you just let it go. But your cooling needs to be really good. At 140 it is running over 100 souls. So another 40 watts on this card is actually, if you're pushing this card, is actually really, really good. Another 40% would give you 100% in hash rate. But up to 100 is kind of the same like everything else. But if you go over 100, it actually start pushing really, really good. And the time on my video is actually going to an end. I think this is a success. RTX A4000 from NVIDIA. Changing the pads, changing the paste, maybe putting another pad between the shit and putting some cooling on the back. You know, little fan next to it, and it's workable. I mean, it's already June, you know. I mean, it's proper summertime. So, and it's 63. I'm happy with it. I got my top at 75. So yeah, I see you on the next one. Success.